My God, the land once free, the land of stolen invaders, we are destitute. We have forfeit our rights. The queen of orange gold dances and pouts like a babe without her favorite toy. My God, we were better than now. Better than lying, money-grabbing politicians at every turn. Better than burning flesh atop of a golden cow. They sold us a dream of peace and freedom. They not only stole that dream from mothers, fathers, sisters, and cousins, they aimed a massive flagpole at innocence. 2 times the cannon rang, and God bless the false soldiers of ICE. My God, do not leave us in our misery, our plight, and our doom. The false prophets have raised the last savior earth had to offer, and with a pig's snout did she devour the country's gold and rolled in the slop of riches. Did Solomon not build his own court higher than the house of God? Did not David fail when he threw his friend in front of him at the charge of battle? False, my God. And again I say, false. You cannot be silent, my God. I do beg on swollen knees, broken back and sunken eyes that weep with children and their mothers. Children are being sacrificed to idols of stone and currency. Rainbows remind us that you are merciful, and yet Iris and her children are dying as a fruit that is picked off of an apple tree. Mercy, my God. And again I say, mercy. Heavenly hosts, angels and saints, spirits of all kind who protect furs from fires, and that brought life from the leftover ashes, demand God steps off his throne to come down to lowly creatures and relieve their suffering. Life waters must fall from Jacob's well, and the serpent's staff shall be placed upon a mighty hill. My God, I say again, my God, who sought Daniel and kept furnace fire at bay, who led Noah to craft a vessel to stay afloat for 30 nights and days, who saw Samuel through tabernacle curtains and brought him to Saul, a mad king, and announced him discharged by Opus Dei. Life, my God, life and love. Again, again, my God. I feel breath slip. I feel blood drip. I feel the skin chip. My King, my God, may true love come quick, and may the eternal flame forever stay lit. This poem is kind of just, it was a way for me to express my anger about what's happening in the country right now. I paint certain figures in a kind of off-color light, and that's intentional, obviously. I want more than anything, and I think America is going this way, I want us to stop doing what we're doing. You know, I want us to stop hating each other and throwing each other under the fire and under the bus. I want us to work together to fix what is broken in this country, and there's a lot of things broken in this country. And I'm doing poems in the Bible reflections and hopefully other things in the future. I'm doing all that as a Lenten practice. I'm sharing my thoughts with the public view, and I'm sure nothing will go wrong. The poem is about anger, and the poem is about, you know, I grew up believing in this thing called the American dream. It was in all the schools, it was in all the classes that I went through, and it just feels like the American dream, the idea that anyone can make it in this country and that we work together in spite of our differences. I feel like that is just slipping away more and more every day. So that's what this particular poem about. I'm going to do another poem in this video as well. And the other poem is about Ash Wednesday, and more so a poem about false, in my view, false doctrines and how we can stay faithful in spite of the false doctrine. So I hope you enjoy. thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe, and comment. I love the comment. Some of the comments have made me cry. I'm so honored. And if you have any general questions, I'm not necessarily looking for argument or debates. I want us all to be respectful of each other. I don't have to agree with you to be respectful of you, and I hope you can share the same courtesy with me. But if you have any questions or comments about my faith or about my story that if I don't plan to answer it in a future video, I can definitely answer it. So just let me know, and yeah, peace be with you, and happy Lent. The sinners line up outside of churches. A forgotten religion beckons them to appease an angry God. They cry out for mercy. Only an empty promise of eternal destination keeps their steps moving forward. We wear the ashes on sweaty foreheads under blazing sun, freezing cold to the touch, but dry and arid, giving us parched lips. We thirst for the promised rivers of living water. Where is the Savior? Where is the man at the well who offered to pour us a drink? We live in ashes. We live in the ashes of regretful past decisions. Some have a priest to hear confessions, but the righteous turn their backs on the innocent. We ask the God of our faith, show us the justice. America is on its way to ruin, ruined in its conception of a God that has no need for a fear-inspiring perception. They tell us what the Almighty can and can't do, confining the incarnation to stone tablets that only they can interpret. They think their faces are brighter than Moses. They are false. They have blood on their hands, which not even living waters will wash away. America in ashes. The beast is on the top, its 12 heads roaring in holy laughter. The queen grows fat and soothes the people which she controls. Prayer isn't the solution. It won't revive the souls already lost to the history books. Prayer is an answer, but only when done by those whose faith has been tested by Tartarus fires. I wear my ash. I am dead before God. Yet even in the bottomless pit, Christ joins me, so I will not be alone.